Madridistas, it was not a pretty win today, but it is a win nonetheless as Real Madrid defeats Athletic Club Bilbao 1-0 at home in the Santiago Bernabeu with probably one of the most boring first 45 minutes I've ever seen of football by Real Madrid. Are we surprised? Not really. Real Madrid has been playing anti-football, unfortunately, as of late, and that is the reason why Carlo Ancellotti will be losing his job at the end of the season. But no matter what happens, it took the entire team to eventually find the back of the net, as it was Fede Valverde finding the back of the net. Bangers only, as he does what he always does, delivers an absolute ridiculous shot, ridiculous goal by what was the captain at the time in the game as well, with Fede Valverde getting an absolute bangers only goal to put Real Madrid up 1-0, and it was good enough to get the win in the final couple of minutes of stoppage time for this Real Madrid team. Now, coming into this game, what were we going to be seeing in this game? Carlo Ancelotti, he had a decision to be making out there because we were going to be missing somebody that we were very much, in my opinion, missing today, and that was Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe was not in this game because this was his first game that he was suspended for in La Liga after that horrible, horrible tackle. The good news, he was only suspended for the one game in La Liga. It probably should have been 5 games if we're being for real here. But you can blame the referee for that. I already talked about those in the other videos as well. But Kylian Mbappe was out today. So the starting 11 that we got to see in this one was this one right here. Vinny Jr. getting the start up top. Rodrigo on the right wing. Jude Bellingham, Dani Ceballos, Tchouaméni, Luka Modric, Camavinga at left back. Rudiger, Raul Asensio, Fede Valverde, and Thibaut Courtois getting the start at goalkeeper. Couple of things. First of all, we are putting Camavinga at left back and Fede Valverde at right back. I thought this was going to be very good. But, the one thing I was very worried about coming into this game, if you guys watched the preview, you know what I said about it. I said I'm very much worried about the Williams brothers. Well, luckily for Real Madrid, both of the Williams brothers were not in the starting lineup. We only got to see actually one of them come in this game at all in Aniki Williams. I can never say his name, guys. Brutal. We actually did not get to see Nico Williams today, which is kind of sucks in terms of just a football fan. But it was good for Real Madrid to not have to deal with that because I think they were very nervous about that, especially with Carlo Ancelotti having both Fede Valverde and Camavinga. And I think it just kind of puts into perspective the defensive issues that we have as a club right now. The fact that Fede Valverde has to be playing right back all the time, and we cannot be trusting Lucas Vazquez out there. And then the fact that we are seeing Camavinga getting the start over a Fran Garcia, who is a true left back because Ferland Mendy is still out injured. Just kind of goes to show you the exact situation that Real Madrid is dealing with. And here's the thing, in the first 45 minutes, absolutely nothing happens. Vinny had a couple good bright moments, but my big issue with Vinny, the one thing I was complaining about Vinny, I thought he had a very good game today. Very good game overall. But my issue with Vinny is he just dribbles, and crosses to nobody, or dribbles, and just loses the ball constantly. And he emotes every time. Anything happens to Vinny, he's going like this. Anything happens, going like this. He's looking for the card. I can't believe he's not getting carded more for complaining about the card. I'm really surprised that he's not getting that. He's constantly complaining. He was creating some action for us, and he really was the only player who was doing stuff. Jude Bellingham was making a lot of runs deeper into this game. He just wasn't getting the service that I think he was looking for, and he was getting very, very frustrated in this one. Wasn't a great day overall for Jude Bellingham, but he had opportunities in this game that he probably could have been scoring. I would like to see Jude Bellingham kind of be able to carry it a little more. And the thing I was happy about in this game, I thought he looked better with Endrick in front of him too. Jude Bellingham is not a striker. There's a reason why he is playing in the midfield. And I think that's the thing that we kind of forget sometimes. He sometimes has to kind of play that false 9, that sort of 10 role. And that's not him. That's not his best position. He shouldn't be asked to be doing that. He's making those runs, and he's just exerting himself. So much energy is being used with these runs that are honestly just a waste because Ceballos and Luka Modric are both not adventurous enough to actually get the ball to Jude Bellingham. Some of the only times we've actually seen some of these long balls, who are they coming from? They're coming from a Raul Asensio. They're coming from a Rudiger. We need some of these, CMs out there, the CDM and Tchouaméni too, to be a little more adventurous. Stop being so risk adverse all the time whenever they are playing. That's the thing I'm very much complaining about with this team. The other thing I want to be talking about with the attack, we're so focused on coming down the wings. When you watch a team like a Barcelona, when you watch a team like a PSG too, it's very quick when they're linking up together. And a lot of the times the attack, it comes through the middle. and they're actually distributing the ball correctly. This Real Madrid team does not do that. We just hope and pray that somebody is going to be there at the end of the cross. And it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough to be winning multiple times. And at this point in the season, I think we all kind of know that. Moving forward, though, it has to change. It has to change. This cannot be the tactics going into next year. So whoever the new coach is, because I am assuming the new coach, I'll be talking about that really quick at the end of the video too, my thoughts about that. But first half, absolutely nothing happened. I thought we did come out a little more aggressive, and I also thought that we actually got to see Camavinga and FEDE VALVERDE actually bombing down both of the wings. And what that allowed us to do is see Vinny, Rodrigo, and Jude Bellingham be a little more compact and not have to do the most ridiculous pass to each other. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. We looked a lot better in the second half of this game that I was very happy about. We were dominating this game, and really we should be when both of the Williams brothers are not out there. Unai Simon, he won man of the match in this one. I thought he was very good, but at the same time, when we actually take a look at the first half stats, take a look with me, everybody. 75% possession for Real Madrid. But we are tied with 0.16 XG with only 5 shots and only 1 shot on target, which came off a corner kick in this game. Now, it does get a little better. It does get a little better in the second half. Take a look with me again. 72% possession, but 1.57 XG, 17 shots with 6 on target and 4 big chances, but 4 big chances missed. We actually started kind of unloading the clip a little. And that's really what I want to be seeing from this Real Madrid team a lot more moving forward. I do not understand why they do some of the things that they do. I think a lot of it is coaching because, again, you can see in the second half, 17 shots with 6 being on target in the second half. That's what should be happening in every single half. You have to be a little less risk adverse. Don't think you're going to be getting the easiest goal opportunity in the world. I feel like Real Madrid only scores 1 to 2 goals. Guys, let me know in the comments if you agree with me. We are either scoring absolute rippers, individual brilliant goals, bangers only, stuff like that, or we are scoring some of the easiest goals ever. And I'm talking penalties. I'm talking tap-ins, something like that. There's no in-between. And so when you actually see a team goal out there that takes multiple different players, that we're bringing it from the back to the front, linking up well, we never really see that from this Real Madrid team. And that's something that I hope we can get better at moving forward. What is it going to take exactly to do that? I think, again, it's being less risk adverse. That's what I want to be seeing moving forward. And the one thing, too, I want to kind of ask some of you guys right now. Are we better without Mbappe? Are we honestly better without Mbappe? Do you really think that? Because this Real Madrid team that I watched today is not better without Kylian Mbappe out there. I do not think, did we not do as well this year as last year? Yeah, for sure. I don't believe that is Kylian Mbappe's fault. I have never been in the camp that's saying this is Kylian Mbappe's fault, anything like that. I think Kylian Mbappe brings a different dynamic. Is he playing out of position? Yes. Are we playing with 3 left wingers out there when he's out there with Vinny and with Rodrigo? Yes. But something is special about Kylian Mbappe. He is one of the best players in the world for a reason. I would rather have him in my starting 11 than not have him in my starting 11. And I just think, again, we just need to be a little more central, linking up a little bit more, and stop having these wingers have to just drive by and just cook some of these, right backs, left backs, stuff like that, and crossing into the box to nobody. We need to be linking up better, and I'm hoping that this Real Madrid team can be doing that a lot more moving forward next year. A couple other things I want to be talking about. Much better second half in this game. Vinny does get on the board, but unfortunately is ruled offsides because, unfortunately, Endrick, even though he's 5'7", he's got some big-ass feet apparently, as he is ruled about this far offsides. He must be having like size 18, size 15 shoes. Obviously kidding about that. But Vinny gets on the board. I thought it was deserved from him. Unfortunately, it is ruled off, and I thought he was a lot better in the second half in this one. I was very happy with him overall. The thing I also want to be mentioning, too, Jude Bellingham was fouled in the box this game. He was fouled in the box, and I was hate watching a little bit on the Barcelona game. I will take some of the blame because I picked up that game, the Celta Vigo game, when it was 3-1 Celta Vigo. And I might have jinxed it. So I might be staying away from some of the Barcelona games. I know the Barcelona fans are probably typing right now saying, Dally, no, you got to watch it, man. You got to watch it. You're jinxing it. I will be staying away from it, I think, moving forward. But when I was watching that game, Dani Olmo had a very, very, very similar situation that happened to Jude Bellingham in this game, where Dani Olmo gets clipped on his boot in this one, and it gets called a penalty. Pretty much the exact same thing happens to Jude Bellingham today. Nothing. I'm not saying it, but it is what it is at the end of the day, because Fede Valverde does Fede Valverde things. Bangers only for Fede Valverde, who gets an absolute ripper in this one. He brings the ball down, catches it in midair, and finds the far left corner of the net. Unai Simon had no idea what he was going to be doing with this one. There's so much pace, so much curve on this ball, and it's at the exact time that we need it most. And this Real Madrid team really, really deserved a goal. I wish it would have been a lot more goals than just one in this one, but it is one goal, and it gets us the 3 points that we need to continue to fight for this back-to-back La Liga title. Now, decent game overall for a lot of players. I thought Tchouaméni was good at times. I thought Camavinga was very good. I would love to see him be a little more aggressive. I thought that Luka Modric was better out there than Dani Ceballos. Dani Ceballos is still coming back from injury. I think that's something we need to be worrying about. Exactly, whenever he's out there, I think we kind of need to understand exactly where he's coming from. I thought Courtois was very good. Rudiger, Raul Asensio, Fede Valverde was fantastic. My man of the match. Jude Bellingham could be better, but again, I think we could be getting the ball to him a lot more. Rodrigo was ghosting for a little bit in this game. He had a very good opportunity in this game. I thought that we were going to be seeing a goal. Unfortunately, again, man, he's not a right winger. That goal was, what was almost a goal, was coming from the left wing, as usual for Rodrigo. I would like to see us get a little bit better, and we have a huge week coming up. We have a midweek game coming up on Wednesday, and then we have Copa del Rey El Clasico style on Saturday as well. Cannot be waiting for that. Can't wait. That's going to be very, very exciting, and I'm hoping we can get a win in that one. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is Carlo Ancellotti and the situation. Fabrizio Romano earlier today said it looks like that Carlo Ancelotti will be out at the end of the season. Keyword there, guys. Out at the end of the season. There were some reports earlier in the week, and I don't think it's going to be true, that he will be out after the Copa del Rey match, no matter what, win, lose, or anything like that. He was going to be out. I've never thought that was going to be true. It doesn't make sense. Why would you bring in a manager for like 5 games? Who are you going to bring in for 5 games who's going to be cool with us going and getting another manager right after that? It makes no sense. Carlo Ancelotti should be, I've said it most of the year, to be honest. If you go back and watch some of the old live streams, watch some of the old videos, I've been saying it for forever. It doesn't matter exactly what we'd be winning. I was saying he's going to be out. It looks like from Fabrizio Romano, Carlo Ancelotti should be out at the end of the season for Real Madrid. And it looks like he's going to be going to my national team, the Brazil national team. It looks like Brazil national team members are coming into Madrid and going to be negotiating with Carlo Ancelotti. After that, it looks like target 1, 2, 3, and 4 is all on Xabi Alonso to be the next Real Madrid manager. It does not look like those Jurgen Klopp rumors are true, even though I think I would rather see Jurgen Klopp. And let me tell you why. I want Xabi Alonso to win and be at the Real Madrid manager for a very, very long time. I don't want this to be a 1 to 2 year experiment and then we have to fire him because unfortunately the job's just a little too big for him at this moment. I want him to be the manager for the next 5 to 10 years. You know what I mean? I want it to work out with him. I just think that this Real Madrid team, I think it's a little harder when you have all these divas out there, when you have all these big personalities out there, when you have some of the wages that some of these players have. I think it's a job for a big boy, and that is why I think Jurgen Klopp, I think, would be great. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be happening. I'm very, very excited if Xabi Alonso is the next Real Madrid manager. If that's the case, we'll be talking about it a ton more on my channel. We'll probably be doing a live stream once that gets officially announced, and we'll be probably doing a lot more videos this summer. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video as well, guys. I'll be making a ton more Real Madrid content coming very soon. Let me know in the comments who is your man of the match today. And guys, we have 2 more games coming up this week. Can't wait to be talking about both of those. I will see you guys very soon this week. Guys, appreciate you all. Love you all. Cheers. Real Madrid.